Peace and blessings is real. First and foremost, I want to take this time and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, for allowing this word to come out. And I hope you sincere brothers and sisters is edified by this word. And we're going to name this word tonight, the curse and detriment of being selfish. Okay, this is going to be a cold-blooded word. It's also going to be a sobering word. And I really hope that you sincere brothers and sisters, man, is edified by this word tonight. This is so-called Sunday, the first day of the week, man, and we're going to try to kick this word off, kick this week off with a good subject matter. We're going to talk about being selfish, okay? I think that we all, as people, we all as human, have a bit of selfishness in us, okay? And that's not in particular what I want to speak of. It's a concentrated focus of selfish that I want to speak about tonight. When it comes to selfish, the best way I can sum up selfish is, how can I put it? Being only concerned with your own interests above interests of others. I think is probably the most general, basic understanding of being selfish. And at some point, we have all been more concerned with our own interests above the interests of others. Okay, I'm not speaking as though it's a crime, but what I'm speaking about is showing you the curse and potential detriment of being selfish. Okay. In Philippians chapter 2, verse 3 and 4, it speaks about doing away with being selfish, doing away with empty conceit. And instead, you exchange that for being humble and having regards for others more than yourself. Okay, that is the best approach that that should be the best policy we should subscribe to, and that's Philippians chapter 2, verses 3 and 4. Even in James chapter 3, verse 14, it speaks about self-ambition, having self-ambition in your heart. So on the screen, it says me. Okay. There's a lot of words in there, but the one word that I want you to focus on is me. M-E, me, team me. And when you're selfish, that's exactly how you have to look at it. That's how a selfish person look in the vantage point, and in the lens of a selfish person, what they see is it's all about me. Okay. Now, like I said, I want to speak about the curse and detriment of being selfish. I'm not saying selfish is, I'm not trying to hang no one on the cross for being selfish, but selfish and selfishness has its places. And one place that where you really see the detriment of being selfish is in marriages and relationships. Okay. So shout outs to all marriages, shout outs to all, men and women relationships, man. I hope that all you individuals that are married or in a relationship, I hope your situation prosper. I hope that you guys are able to maintain your situation and stay together through thick and thin. But if there's some problems, if you're watching this video and you are in a marriage or a relationship and you're having problems, one of the things you might want to look at is the subject of being selfish. Okay. And in marriage is the biggest test. That's going to be the biggest exposure. Like if you are truly a selfish person, when you get into a relationship or a marriage, it's going to show its ugly head. And when it shows its ugly head, it's going to cause that situation to suffer, man. Okay, we all know the institution of marriage in Genesis 2, verse 24. It speaks about, man and woman becoming one flesh. Okay, that was the original institution of marriage. You become one flesh. Okay, so when you become one flesh, you are a team. Okay, just like the Lord said in Genesis 2 and 18, it's not good for a man to be alone, so he gave him a helpmeet. So that helpmeet is a team with him. They are teams. They're going to look out for each other. They're going to look out for each other's interests because they are a team. They one flesh. But if you are a selfish person, then it's going to be a breach of that understanding of marriage. It's going to be a breach of that one flesh, because a selfish person is not thinking about one flesh. It's not thinking about team. They're not thinking about looking out for each other's interests. They're going to be thinking about looking out for themselves. It's not about team. So if you're in a marriage and you with someone that's considered selfish, I can tell you that's a relationship or a marriage that's suffering or going to suffer because of that. You see? So again, we have our moments, we have our moments when we're selfish, but it's particular moments, and that if we're selfish, it could hurt us. And like I say, a lot of relationships don't realize they suffer is because there's selfishness that's going on. We have to be mature and put our selfishness to the side for the common goal of the team, which is husband and wife being in relationships. If you're a selfish person, you're more likely you'll be better off being single, because it lines up with who you are. It lines up with you being selfish, because you're looking out for your own interests. And when you're not in a relationship, it's okay to look out for your own interests because it's just yourself. But when you become in a relationship, you have to put your selfishness to the side and look at the bigger goal, the team goal. Okay. I was guilty of being selfish, and so this is why I'm doing this word, man, because I'm telling you, if you come into a marriage or a relationship and you're not thinking about the interests of both people and you're just thinking about your own interests, that situation is going to suffer. So you have to be mature. Okay, marriage is symbolic to maturity. Okay, so when you get married, that's the first sign of becoming mature, man and woman. And part of that maturity is understanding that if we have our selfish ways, we have to put that to the side and look at the bigger goal. You have to put away team me for team we. You see? But yeah, man, the name of the word again is the curse and detriment of being selfish. And I'm telling you, we really have to curb our selfishness, especially when we're in a relationship, especially when we're in a marriage. Because if not, if you don't curb that selfishness, that marriage is going to suffer, man. You're going against everything what the marriage calls for. Marriage calls for you guys to be one flesh, you guys to be on the same page, okay? Marriage calls for you guys to be a team, look out for each other. And not only look out for each other, but look out for each other's best interests. But once again, if you're a selfish person, you're going to struggle in that role because you're not built that way. You're built to look out for yourself and not about team. That's just like a boxer. A boxer cannot join a team sport because a team sport means that he has to look out for the team. And a boxer, which is a soloist, he looks out for himself. So if you tell him, hey, man, I don't want you to be a boxer no more. I want you to come over here and get on play this team sport with us. He's not going to thrive that well in team sports. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. So again, brothers and sisters, man, we have to be conscious of selfishness, and we have to be conscious of the detriment of it, man. It's okay to have, we all have selfishness in us, okay? We all have it in us. But when you engage in relationships and marriages, you have to curb that. Because I'm telling you, man, your relationship is gonna suffer if you don't change it. I hope you sincere brothers and sisters, man, is really edified by this word. And anybody that's in a marriage or a relationship and one of your partners, you or your partner have selfishness in you, you have to curb that and think about the team and not yourself. Get away from Team Me and subscribe to Team We, and you're going to be all right, man. Already. Shalom.